Hello everyone, it is me, Alex, and I am here to review It Came From Space and Ate Our Brains. Released in early March 2015 by Triangle Studios, this is a twin-stick shooter where ordinary office workers are tasked with defending their lives against an alien horde out to get their brains. There are 12 levels in total with 4 difficulties to each one, and 6 weapons. They are the pistol, a slow-firing projectile, the shotgun, a short AoE burst, the machine gun, a rapid-fire short-range weapon, the plasma gun, a slow-firing high-damage weapon, the laser gun, which is a medium-speed piercing projectile, and finally the rocket launcher, a slow-firing explosive AoE on impact weapon. The game also includes 5 accessory items that you can acquire throughout the game by finding them on the map or by purchasing them with coin. Now, some items are more useful than others, just as some weapons are more useful than others. For example, the shotgun and the machine gun are way more useful early on throughout the levels, meanwhile the laser gun becomes more useful as it becomes near to max level when it's a continuous beam. With items, I felt the medkit as well as the shield were the most important items to purchase if you had excess cash because of the potential it had in saving your behind. The beams don't really help you too much in avoiding damage, the mines don't really do much either for damage output if someone is landing on it, and the turret is a second gun. That is always useful, but it's not really a requirement because the weapons do quite a bit of damage to begin with. Now finally onto the gameplay itself. The biggest and only real difficulty curve with this game is the lighting. Several monsters are designed to be hidden in the darkness, and you cannot adjust the brightness and contrast inside the game's graphical settings. Under normal play, usually this ended up with me having to almost have a whiplash with the amount of times I was constantly swerving the flashlight left and right in order to see if there's anything coming at me. This did not make it more terrifying or horrific. It mainly just made me more annoyed that I had to do that in order to see everything. Once I did manually adjust the brightness and contrast to be able to see things, it became a much more pleasant experience. The artificial difficulty of making it completely nighttime and never having a day cycle or even a day map on the stages I felt really hindered the type of gameplay to be had, because shooting itself is quite fun. The dodging of the monsters is very enjoyable, but the darkness is a major factor in how you play the game. The majority of the time, as you can see in this video, I am holding down the firing button just so I can see what's ahead of me. It is that much of a hindrance to enjoy the game. The second part that I dislike about this game is that the game is so easy that they have an artificial means of making it difficult, known as a kill multiplier. That is why you see in the gameplay footage of me not immediately killing every single monster as soon as they show up. I have to purposely wait for a whole horde, a group of them to show up, to gather around, and then kill all of them in rapid succession to get bonus points to be on the leaderboard. Since the main focus of this game is based on getting a high score and competing with other people, that is how most people will end up dying in this game. They'll wait for so many monsters to show up that what will end up happening is a rogue wave will slightly get in the way and they will not see them coming because they've been waiting so long to have all these monsters show up to complete their combo, not because of lack of skill. Unless, of course, one considers hurting a major skill. Now, the game's major selling point is that it has online multiplayer. However, you must be cautious because the online multiplayer uses port forwarding. And port forwarding is very dangerous to use because if you are someone who uses Comcast or has a very specific internet router, they might have a firewall to block your own personal choices of what your computer will be using for its port forwarding. Therefore, this is not a game I would instantly recommend for multiplayer. You need to make sure in advance that everything is compatible with being able to do the port forwarding. The good news, however, is that the local co-op actually works quite well. A few weeks back, about the November 4th of 2015, they released a patch to allow for a split screen. It divvies up to your screen, just like the old split screen first-person shooters, like GoldenEye, Doom for the 64. Yeah, it splits up the screen, and the size of your monitor will determine greatly how enjoyable the experience will be, considering the previous statements of the lighting and shadow effects that have a bit of an impact on how to see things. And that is pretty much everything you need to know about It Came From Space and 8 Hour Brains. Because of its current flaws, I would not recommend buying this at the $10 price tag it is currently requesting. However, at around $3 to $4, I would definitely give it a go with friends locally. And I would certainly not try and hope that the online multiplayer will work, so please make sure and ask in the forums if your specific model of internet router is compatible with the type that they are doing. Other than that, it is a good game. The remaining of this video is me playing the rest of the mission out, so you can see the full mission in completion. Have a good day, everyone.